Hi everyone, we're back in Chapter 6, Skincare Products, Chemistry, Ingredients, and Selection. And in this section, 6-6, we're going to talk about select appropriate products for facial treatments and home care use. So the products used in our treatments and home care do make a significant difference in the skin's health and the appearance. So understanding and selecting the right products does play a huge role in your skincare program, and ultimately it does determine the overall results. This is the reason why our products are the lifeblood of our career. Okay, so let's talk about products. They come in a lot of different forms, and they're literally come in hundreds of ingredients available to create their formulations. Through continued research and advances in technology, cosmetic chemists, they're constantly developing new products for use in their professional skincare. So most of the skincare products can be grouped into these main categories, and I put them up here: cleansers, toners, exfoliants, masks, massage products, serums and ampoules, moisturizers, specialty products for eyes and lips, and then of course sun protection. Okay, so cleansers is our first one. Let me get this. So cleansers, what they do is they're from gentle soothing cleansers to deep cleansing formulations. The cleansers can be found in a lot of different forms, and they contain an assortment of ingredients to target specific skin types and conditions. So let's look at the benefits. So cleansers dissolve makeup, oil, and dirt, and they keep the pores clean and prepare the skin for other products. And additional ingredients can benefit certain skin conditions like dryness, sensitivity, dehydration, and acne. So let's look at the different types of cleansers. There's cleansing waters known as micellar water, and those are liquids to clean, tone, and condition the skin in one step. They are formulated for all skin types. Okay, so these cleansers are made of little microscopic oil molecules called micelles, and they're suspended in purified water, and then they are wiped across the skin with a cotton pad, and they're not rinsed off. They lift dirt, oil, and makeup without disturbing the skin's natural pH balance. Okay, so here is the cleansing gels. And those are water-based foaming cleansers. They're generally the most popular type of cleanser, and they can be formulated for all skin types. Now, cleansing lotions. They're light emulsions, typically best for normal to dry skin types. They don't strip the skin's natural oils or the pH balance. And cleansing creams. These are rich water and oil emulsions. They're used primarily to dissolve makeup and dirt. They are suitable for very dry and mature skin types. Actors and performers, they use these products to remove heavy stage makeup. And then cleansing oils. Sorry, I'm shaky here. They become quite popular for use on all skin types, and they contain beneficial or good oils to break down the makeup, dirt, excess sebum, and pollutants on the skin surface. They can be used alone or as the first step in your double cleanse method, kind of like what we use in 2L. For this method, a cleansing oil is used first to easily dissolve the makeup, the sunscreen, the dirt, and the oil, and water-based cleansers are unable to fully dissolve, or the other ones can dissolve. So after rinsing off the cleansing oil, a second cleanser specific to their skin type is now used to complete the cleansing process. So toners, they are water-based liquids applied to the skin after cleansing with a cotton pad, or they're spritzed directly on the skin, and you want to avoid the eyes. Alcohol-free toners are called fresheners. or freshening lotions, and they contain botanicals and hydrators to soothe the skin. Toners formulated for oily or acne-prone skin are also referred to as astringents, and they may also contain alpha hydroxy acids and other various amounts of alcohol. Okay, so let's take a look at the benefits of toners. The benefits: they remove residual that's left behind by your cleansers or other products. They soften the skin and allow for better absorption of other products to be applied. They restore the skin's natural pH after cleansing and hydrating the skin. They do have a temporary tightening effect on both the skin and the follicles. Okay, so there is a caution. As a student, you should always receive hands-on training from your instructor before you attempt any exfoliating procedures, because exfoliation can cause irritation and damage the skin and capillaries if it's overused or used incorrectly. Okay, so now we're going to go into exfoliants. And exfoliants are products that are used, or they exfoliate the skin, and they may include a single exfoliating ingredient or blends of multiple exfoliants, plus botanicals and hydrators. Okay, so for home care, exfoliants are often used after cleansing. Frequently, the use depends on the skin type and the condition of the skin, so that depends on the frequency of how often you use them. So people with oily skin can use them more often than people with sensitive skin. So in facial treatments, exfoliants are generally used after cleansing and toning. So let's take a look here. There's a caution page. I'm going to show you these. Okay, so to avoid damaging the skin, you don't want to use scrubs or any harsh exfoliation techniques on clients with these skin conditions. Sensitive skin, skin with many visible capillaries, thin skin that reddens easily, older skin that's thin and bruises easily, acne-prone skin with inflamed papules and pustules, clients using daily skincare products containing retinol or hydroxy acids, skin medically treated with prescription drugs like tretinoin, which is Retin-A, isotretinoin, which is amnestine, and adapalene, differin, tazartarine, Tazarac, and other acne drugs. Azelaic acid, alpha hydroxy acid, salicylic, found in many common skincare products. So it's really important to select the right exfoliant according to your client's skin type and the condition. And so it's important to note that within our domain, we address only the superficial epidermis. We don't provide treatments in the live layers below the epidermis, which is your dermis. So we don't treat that. So let's take a look here at the benefits of our exfoliants. So they do provide softer, smoother, and brighter complexions. They improve the skin's ability to retain moisture and lipids. Cell turnover rates increase, blood flow and circulation is stimulated. Follicle openings are cleaner, deep pore cleansing and extractions much easier. Product penetration is improved and delivery of ingredients in the epidermis is more effective. And makeup application is much smoother and more even. Okay, so let's talk about different types of exfoliants. And the first one that we're going to talk about is our mechanical exfoliants. Okay, so they're often referred to as physical exfoliants, and they polish dead skin cells off the surface of the skin. So some examples of your mechanical exfoliants, I should say, include cleansers, scrubs, masks, and they're made with rice bran, almond meal, jojoba beads, and magnesium crystals. And so the next one we're going to talk about is chemical exfoliation. And so our chemical exfoliations contain ingredients like hydroxy acids, chemical compounds, and retinol. For home care use, chemical exfoliants, they can be found in cleansers, serums, creams, and masks, and you use them according to the manufacturer's directions. Professional chemical exfoliation solutions, we often call them chemical resurfacing solutions, and they can be in a liquid or a gel form, and they do contain much higher concentration of the exfoliating agents. Chemical exfoliating products and procedures, those you do need to learn before, like get hands-on training before you ever use those, because you can cause damage to the skin. Okay, so now we're going to talk about enzymes. So here we go. Enzymes, those include ingredients like pineapple, papaya, and pumpkin enzymes. These exfoliants are gentle and they can be beneficial for use in both professional treatments and home care. And they're really good for sensitive or reactive skin. You can use them in the summer where the chemical peels you cannot. So the most popular type of enzyme exfoliants used in facial treatments are in a powdered form, and then you mix them with warm water, and or you can buy them already pre-mixed in a base similar to a mask or a gel. Okay, the last one that we're going to talk about is gamage. So gamage is a type of enzyme exfoliating product. It's known as a roll-off mask, and it comes in a cream or a paste, and it contains enzymes. Some of them do, some don't. It is applied to the skin, and then it's left to dry slightly, and allowing those enzymes to digest the dead skin cells on the surface. And then you rub it off or roll it off the skin, taking the dead skin cells with it. And it is a combination of an enzyme and a mechanical exfoliant. When you're using it, you have to stretch the skin taut, and it comes in a cream, and you put it all over the face. Then you stretch the skin, and then you rub with your fingers in between the stretched skin areas, and then that helps to lift off the dead skin cells. Okay, so masks. A good mask is also known as a pack or a mask. So I'll put that up here for you. There we go. And they can do wonders for the skin. Mask ingredients range from soothing, hydrating botanicals to oil-absorbing, acne-fighting hydroxy acids and more. They can be formulated in a clay, seaweed, hydrating base, and they come in powder forms and pre-mixed. They do allow the esthetician to treat several skin conditions at the same time, and they are also really beneficial for weekly home care use. So let's take a look at the benefits. The benefits of it is they tighten and tone and brighten the complexion and rejuvenate. They hydrate, nourish, calm, and soothe, clarify, detoxify, draw impurities out of the pores, and they clear up blemishes. Okay, so let's talk about the different types of masks. And the first one is the non-setting masks. They are designed to remain moist on the skin to provide nourishment. They do not dry, harden, or set up. So they come in a cream form, and you just put them on the skin, and they don't harden. They're highly beneficial for sensitive skin, inflamed, aging, and dry and dehydrated skin. And they do come in a gel form as well, containing soothing ingredients like cucumber and aloe. And then the cream consistency ones contain moisturizing plant oils and other emollients. So the next one is sheet masks. See if I can get that on there. Okay, so sheet masks, those are considered non-setting masks, and they are available as a single packaged moist or freeze-dried sheet. Prepackaged moist sheet masks are simply applied to the skin until you remove them. They come in a little like foil pack, and then when you open it, they're kind of wet and gooey with the products on there, and then you apply it to the face. Freeze-dried sheet masks are similar to a piece of paper, and they're infused with performance ingredients. After the freeze-dried sheet is pressed onto the skin, it's moistened and it remains wet until you remove it. Collagen sheet masks are really popular, and they're plumping, calming, and hydrating, and they help to diminish the appearance of the rhytids. Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about, let me get this paper, is the setting masks. Okay, and your setting masks are in a base that dries and it hardens after application. There's several different types. The first type is clay masks. They draw excess oil and impurities to the surface of the skin as the mask dries and tightens. Clay also stimulates circulation and temporarily contracts the pores of the skin. And they do contain different clays, and I've got that up here. They contain kaolin, bentonite, and silica for their tightening and their sebum absorbing effects. They're typically used on combination oily and problematic skin. Some of them come with charcoal, and that helps detoxify the skin, while those with sulfur, they have healing and antiseptic properties to heal acne. Okay, so alginate. Okay, so alginate masks, those ones are often seaweed based, and they're applied after a serum or a treatment cream in the facial treatment. They do come in a powdered form, and they're mixed with water or serums. After you mix them, then they're quickly applied to the face, and they dry to form a rubberized texture. They do form a seal that encourages skin absorption of the serums or the cream underneath. I've used these masks. They're kind of different. They're like rubber. You can squeeze them and they're about that thick. And then you can kind of squeeze them. You cut them with scissors, a little chunk, and you heat them up in a microwave, and then you apply them. One thing you do want to apply them, usually you put enough serum or cream on the skin, and then you brush them on. And you have to kind of work fast because they set up kind of fast. But anyways, if you don't apply them over a gauze, then they're really hard to get off. And when you're removing them, you want to remove them from the top down, because if you remove them this way, they tend to catch in the vellus hair, and they kind of pull the hair in it. It's almost like waxing the face in a way. So modelage masks, those are also known as thermal masks. Okay, they're applied after a nourishing serum in the facial treatment. These masks contain special crystals of gypsum, a plaster-like ingredient, and these masks are mixed with water immediately before application, and then you apply them over a gauze as well, about a 1/4 inch thick. And as a modelage mask sets up and hardens, the chemical reaction occurs to gradually increase the mask's temperature to approximately 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 40.5 degrees Celsius. And this does help the serum applied underneath penetrate, but it also increases blood circulation. And you leave them on for approximately 20 minutes, and then the mask cools, and then you remove it. Now these professional masks, they can become pretty heavy on the face, so you should not apply them to the lower neck or to clients who suffer from claustrophobia. Okay, the next mask we're going to talk about is paraffin masks. Okay, right here. And these are facial masks that contain paraffin wax, and they're specially prepared in your salon. So the wax, it's melted at a little more than body temperature, more than 98.6, and before application. And when applied, then the paraffin quickly cools to a lukewarm temperature and it sets. So you have to apply them pretty fast. Paraffin masks are applied on top of a nourishing cream as the warmth of the paraffin allows for deeper penetration of the ingredients into the skin. And then the heat from the paraffin wax increases blood circulation. So it's really beneficial for dry, mature, and skin that's dull and lifeless. It does have a plumping and softening effect on the skin. And I really like the paraffin on the skin. Once you take off the paraffin, the skin just has this really glowing effect, radiant look. And one thing you don't want to use it on is rosacea, sensitive skin, skin with irritation or acne. And again, people that are claustrophobic, you don't want to use it on them. Okay, now custom design masks. Those are homemade masks, and they're mixed with fresh ingredients like vegetables, fruits, milk, yogurt, honey, and oatmeal. And they're really beneficial unless the person is allergic to a particular ingredient. So custom design masks, they're fun to experiment with, but they're not usually made for salon professional settings. They're more for home use. Sanitation, regulations, and convenience, that does hinder the use of those homemade masks. And remember, products that are not packaged by a manufacturer may not be covered under your employer's insurance, so you would be liable if a client had a severe reaction. And I know years ago at another school I used to work at, we had a student instructor, and she brought in a bunch of products and was wanting to make homemade masks. And one of the students did have a really bad reaction to them. So you have to be really careful when you're using those. Now there is a caution. A lot of people are allergic to seaweed, even shellfish. And that is usually a contraindication for seaweed products. So serious reactions to marine-based products do occur. So you want to exercise caution when you're using these ingredients. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is our massage products. So massage products are designed to provide slip and glide during your facial massage and your professional treatments. Some of them do contain performance ingredients to nourish and treat the skin during your massage. So let's take a look at the benefits. They improve microcirculation of blood flow to the skin, which brings a healthy, youthful glow. And then they also they help to encourage the optimum flow of lymph, which assists in the elimination of toxins. They do reduce puffiness and improve the overall quality of the complexion, and they can nourish and hydrate the skin. So let's go through the different types of massage products that we could use. So massage oils. These are oils used for facial massage, and they vary in their thickness. And these products typically contain a blend of botanical oils with additional ingredients to target specific skin types and conditions. So examples would be sweet almond oil for normal to dry skin, jojoba oil for combination oily skin. So experienced estheticians that have taken additional courses and training in aromatherapy, they may create custom essential oil blends if allowed by their state board regulations. Okay, so now we're going to look at the massage creams. So right here. Okay, so massage creams are rich in consistency. They feel very luxurious and they contain moisturizing emollients. They do provide a great slip for longer periods of time as they don't absorb quickly in the skin, and they're typically preferred for dry or mature skin. So now we'll look at massage lotions, and these are light in consistency. They do contain a combination of emollients and humectants, and the most universal type of product for facial massage due to the wide selection of ingredients and blends and they're for all skin types. Okay, massage gels. Those are water-soluble blends, and they contain humectants and a variety of botanicals. They're preferred for oily skin, especially if the skin is dehydrated. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at serums and ampoules. Okay, so your serums and ampoules, they contain highly concentrated performance ingredients, and they are designed to target specific skin conditions and effectively penetrate the skin. Okay, so they're applied under a moisturizer. You can apply them under a mask or your massage cream. And you can even use them in with your machines in your facial treatments. And these products are also an important step in home care routines. Now again, they are going to be the most expensive part of when you're selling products to a client, but they are extremely beneficial. So you need to explain the benefits to your client when you are selling these. Okay, so serums and ampoules are essentially the same type of product. The difference is between them is the packaging. So serums are packed in a pump container or a dropper bottle, and then ampoules come in sealed vials containing a single pre-measured application. And some of them, the neck of it you have the bottle and then the neck curves in like this, and you have to literally break the glass. They're kind of scary when you're using those. And then there's other ones that have a little rubber seal with a foil thing around it, and you just undo the foil and pop the rubber seal out. But they are more of a one-time use, where serums you can use morning and night. And serums are really effective due to their delivery systems now that they have. Way back they didn't use serums as much. It was mostly ampoules. Okay, so what are the benefits? The benefits, they increase hydration and nourishment. They aid in skin strengthening, healing, and repair. They have anti-aging benefits. They exfoliate, brighten, and even out the skin tone. And they balance oil production and acne prevention. Okay, so the next section is moisturizers and hydrators. Okay, so these both address the importance of maintaining healthy skin. They ensure that your skin is getting the essential moisture that it needs to remain healthy. You do apply these at the end of your facial, and they're intended for twice daily use at home. Although the two words are interchangeably, there is a really big difference on how they work to achieve the results, as well as the ingredients in their formulations. So it's really important to select the best moisturizer or hydrator based on the skin type and the conditions for use in your facial treatment, and as well as at home. So how naturally dry or oily their skin is, and how humid or dry the environment is, that's going to also help you determine what type of product is best. So let's take a look at the benefits. So the benefits, it nourishes the skin by increasing and maintaining essential water content. It does protect the skin from elements. It prevents premature aging, fights dryness and dehydration. It balances the oil and water content on the skin, preventing overproduction of oil. And it improves various skin conditions like redness and signs of aging. So let's go through the different types of moisturizers and hydrators. And the first one we're going to talk about is moisturizers. Okay, so moisturizers, they include creams and lotions, and they're formulated to create a protective barrier on the surface of the skin to seal in the moisture and soften the skin. So moisturizers, what they do is they help trap the skin's natural oils and lipids on the surface of the skin. And then oil-based moisturizers with heavy emollients, those are going to be better for your dry skin, while lightweight ones, they absorb quickly and they're best for combo to oily skin. So hydrators is our next one, and they're typically oil-free products, and they're formulated with humectants to attract water to the skin. They're more beneficial for dehydrated, oily, and problematic. And then treatment creams, referred to as nourishing creams or night creams. They're designed to moisturize, condition, restore the skin, especially during sleep when your normal tissue repair is taking place. And your treatment creams are often heavier in texture than your day moisturizers, and they do contain diverse performance ingredients to target specific skin conditions. So here's a tip. With all the product usage, you want to choose the right formulation for your client's skin. And be sure that you apply the appropriate amount of product, because if you use too much, it can have an adverse effect on the skin, and it also wastes your product and your money. It's kind of like a conditioner. When you put a conditioner on your hair, your hair will only absorb so much of the conditioner, and then you pretty much wash the rest of it down the drain. So you do want to do the same thing with your moisturizers. Don't over apply them. Okay, so specialty products for eyes and lips. So products specifically for around the eyes and lips, they can address a lot of different issues on these areas, and they're also for home use as well as use in your facial treatments. So products for the eyes. So the skin around your eyes is the thinnest, most delicate skin on your entire body, and it does require special attention. It's very fragile, and it's more prone to dryness, and it's quicker to show signs of aging and fatigue. So constant movement and squinting, that does speed up the creation of crow's feet, and fluids can collect under the eyes, and it can cause puffiness and dark circles. Unfortunately, thinning eyelashes and eyebrows are also part of the aging process and losing the length and the fullness that they once had. I've noticed that happen to me. I used to have super long eyelashes naturally, and anyways, as I got older, I've noticed that they've became a lot shorter and more fragile. So there are some things that can benefit your eyelashes. All right, so let's take a look at the benefits here. So the benefits of the eye creams: they protect delicate tissue, provide a more youthful appearance, and they prevent early signs of aging. They do help reduce lines, rhytids, puffiness, dark circles, dehydration, and dryness, and they enhance eyelash and eyebrow growth, length, and volume. Okay, so let's look at the eye balms, creams, and gels. Okay, so they're formulated to treat specific concerns and maintain healthy skin around the eye area. So a variety of performance ingredients can be found in your eye products, including peptides, antioxidants, and ceramides. Eye balms are really rich in texture, and they include ingredients like macadamia oil and coconut oil. Eye creams are going to be lighter in consistency, and they can include shea butter, silicones, and plant oils. Eye gels are really light, and they contain humectants like hyaluronic acid, aloe, and glycerin. So let's take a look at the eye makeup removers. They help to gently cleanse away the eye makeup, especially waterproof mascara. eye makeup removers are available in both oil-based and oil-free formulations, and they do have soothing botanicals like cucumber and allantoin in the formulations. A lot of them do. Okay, so eyelash and eyebrow enhancers. Okay, so they're used at home daily to nourish, condition, and enhance the growth and volume. Most users, they begin to see results in 4 to 8 weeks, okay, with the most dramatic results appearing between 12 and 16 weeks. So the use of these products must be continued to you must continue using them to maintain your results. If you stop using them, and then your lashes and your brows will eventually return to their original state. So products available include prescription drugs like Latisse, as well as over-the-counter brands. And they're formulated with various vitamins, botanicals, and peptides. Okay, so we're going to look at products for the lips. So aging and environmental, let me get this over here. Aging and environmental assaults, they cause lines to form around the vermilion border, and your lips can easily lose moisture, volume, and become dry, chapped, or cracked. So what are the benefits? Well, the benefits are they protect delicate tissue, they provide a more youthful appearance, and they prevent early signs of aging. They do provide nutrients, hydration to protect from moisture loss, and improve dry, chapped lips. So they restore the natural lip volume and color, and they soften the line around the vermilion border. And the vermilion border is that line right around the outer edge of your lips. So lip balms and creams and oils. So these are formulated to hydrate and soften the lips. So when you apply them to the vermilion border, they help to smooth out the lines and soften the rhytids. Some of these treatments, some lip treatment products, they contain collagen derivatives or other agents to plump up the lips and restore the natural volume. Exfoliating and healing ingredients are also used in your lip conditioners. Okay, so now let's take a look at sun protection products, sunscreens. Now, by damaging the skin's cellular DNA, excessive UV exposure does cause signs of premature aging in the skin, and it does produce genetic mutations that do lead to skin cancer. Okay, so when those UV rays come into the skin, I'll show you here. So you have your double helix, and you have your adenine bonded to thymine, and let's do another one here. And then you have cytosine bonded to guanine, and then here we'll do another one. Okay, so, and then we'll do another adenine to thymine. So what happens is when the sun's rays come into the skin, it breaks these hydrogen bonds, those UV rays do. And so what happens is two thymines, they are pyrimidines, and they bond together, and they create a bubble here in the double helix. And then as your body goes to transcribe the DNA, it reads the codes wrong. And then what it does is it makes a funky protein, which ends up being cancer. But fortunately, we have some enzymes that will come in and lyse out that area and rebuild it. But when you're in the sun constantly, and that your body can't keep up with the damage, and then you end up with this. Okay, so you can get thymine dimers, and you can also get cytosine dimers. So there's different types, but the main one is thymine dimers. Okay, so that's what's happening with the DNA. Okay, so the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the World Health Organization, they've identified that UV rays, they are a proven carcinogen. Okay, that means cancer causing. So the role of sun protection products is they absorb, scatter, or reflect the damaging rays before they have a chance to interact with the skin. Now, sun protection products can be used as a last step in your facial treatment. They are essential for daily home care and you use them all year long. What are the benefits? So the benefits are they protect your skin from UV radiation exposure, skin cancer, premature aging, and sun damage. Okay, so let's talk about the sun protection factor. Okay, so the sun protection factor, it's just a rating that measures the time it's a rating and it's a measure of time and it determines how long a sunscreen product will protect you from the UV rays, the chief cause of sunburn. Now the individual SPF rating number on your product, that's used to calculate the length of time. For example, if somebody normally burns in 20 minutes in the sun with no protection, well, SPF 30 sunscreen will multiply that 20 minutes by 30, okay, the SPF rating, and that equals 600 minutes of protection, assuming you apply it correctly. Now, a lot of people don't apply their sunscreen correctly. Did you know you need 1 ounce per average adult wearing a swimsuit? So 1 ounce is about the size of a shot glass. And I know a lot of people do not use that much. And you think if you buy an 8-ounce bottle of sunscreen, then you're going to have only 8 uses of that bottle. And I know a lot of people will have that bottle for years. And unfortunately, it's not protecting them because it does expire. And then you have no protection. Well, not as much, way less. I know a friend of mine, she went on a cruise and she took her sunscreen, but she didn't realize it was expired. And she come back so sunburnt. And she's like, I used my sunscreen and everything. Well, then she said later, she got looking at the bottle and she noticed it had been expired, and for quite some time. And so you want to make sure that you're checking that and that you're applying the right amount. So it's still necessary, however, to reapply sunscreen much more frequently, especially if there is direct exposure to UV rays for a long period of time. So as far as the actual amount of UVB rays being blocked, it's estimated that, and I put that up here for you, an SPF of 15 sunscreen blocks approximately 93% of the UVB radiation, while SPF 30 blocks nearly 97%, and an SPF 50 blocks approximately 98% of the UVB rays. So products with even higher SPF ratings, they do provide very minimal additional coverage, and most contain really high amounts of chemical sunscreen ingredients, and that can cause a lot of irritation, sometimes even allergic reactions. A lot of sunscreen ingredients, like your octyl salicylate, that does cause a lot of irritation, and your benzophenone 3, those cause a lot of product irritation too from the products. And then one thing you want to remember, over an SPF of 50, that only offers very minimal coverage, so it's fractional. So you would get like, say, 98 point, I don't know, say 0.025 or 98.051 or something. It's very fractional as the number goes up. And then you're getting all these harsh chemicals too on the skin. So they estimate that an SPF 50 is fine. Okay, so, and you just want to remember that you apply it after, depending on the sunscreen, but every 60 to 90 minutes. Now, in the United States, the FDA, they have really strict labeling requirements for sunscreen products. Because remember, sunscreens, a lot of them are drugs. And the term sunblock is no longer used. It cannot be used for products because there is no product that blocks 100% of the UVA and UVB radiation. Manufacturers, they cannot label sunscreen as waterproof or sweatproof because these claims would overstate the product's effectiveness. And sunscreens cannot claim to provide sun protection for more than 2 hours, okay, without reapplication, or provide protection immediately after application without submitting data to support these claims and obtaining the FDA approval. So it's also really important to remember that the SPF rating, it does not apply to the UVA rays, which penetrate way more deeper into the skin than the UVB. Remember, A goes into dermis, B stops at lower epidermis. And the UVA rays have long been known to play a major role in skin aging and wrinkling, photoaging. So UVA exposure also contributes to and can even initiate the development of skin cancer. So always use and recommend your broad spectrum sun protection products to protect against UVA and UVB rays. You need to educate your clients on the importance of year-round daily use as well as the proper application. Now, the biggest misconception regarding sun protection is that it's only needed on a sunny summer day. Now, we're constantly being exposed to UV rays, and they're just as strong when they pass through the clouds any time of year. And remember, UVA going through glass is even stronger. So think about when you're driving. Okay, it's coming through the glass in the car. All right, so types of sun protection results. So basic sunscreens, okay, right here. They're creams, lotions, oils, and sprays. They do provide only the specified UV protection, and they're applied as the final step in your skincare regimen. Combination day cream or lotion sun protection, very popular, easy to use, and it's a multi-purpose product. They do provide the benefit of a day cream or a lotion with built-in sun protection in one easy step. Now, they may also include other performance ingredients like antioxidants and botanicals. So products may be oil-free or rich in consistency as they are formulated for all skin types. So they have an activity in your book, but we're going to skip that. Okay, so the tinted sunscreens and moisturizers and lotions, they take a combination sun protection product one step further by providing sheer to light makeup foundation coverage to even out the skin tone. Healthy minerals are often used to give the product a natural tint or a shade. Okay, I like to use those after a facial, especially after chem peels or micro, when the skin does have a slight redness to it, and this really helps cover that up, so when the client leaves, their skin looks nice and even in consistency. Okay, so BB creams right here. So multitasking products for daytime use. They include a day cream, sunscreen, makeup foundation coverage, age prevention, corrective ingredients, all in one easy step, and they can be found for all skin types. Now, BB creams are short for beauty balm or blemish balms, and they originated in Korea. And there's a spin-off, the CC creams, meaning color and correct, And it's similar to BB creams, but they're heavier in coverage, and they're very similar to a concealer. So CC creams have been added or have added performance ingredients to help improve the skin imperfections like dark spots or redness. Okay, sun tanning products. I put those right here. Self-tanning products, they include sprays, creams, lotions, and they have pre-moistened wipes to provide the appearance of a suntan. Now, most of these are formulated with dihydroacetone, DHA. It's an ingredient that reacts with keratin proteins on the skin to turn them darker. And these products, they do not have sunscreen protection in them, so unless specifically indicated on the product's label, although a lot of consumers think that they do. So looking like you have a suntan, it doesn't mean that your skin's protected from sunburns or photoaging, so it is necessary that you use a sunscreen as well. So remind your clients of that. If you're doing spray tans or whatnot in your salon, or if you're selling like suntan or self-tanning lotions in your salon, let the clients know that they also need a sunscreen with that product. All right, so this ends this section of chapter 6-6. So here's some check-in questions that you need to complete. What is the main category of skincare products? And what are 5 benefits of exfoliation? What's the difference between a non-setting and a setting mask? And then why does the area around the eyes require special attention? And what are some of the causes of problems with the skin around the eyes? And then what is a sun protection factor SPF rating? Okay, so go ahead, answer those check-in questions. Send those to me at krista@oliverfinley.com. And then also go back, reread this section. And then there's a do section, skincare line case study. And then there's another do section, product type matching. Another one, mask types, it's a fill in the blank. And then there's product selection, multiple choice. And another do section, product selection, true and false. Okay, so go ahead, work on all that. And I'll see you guys in the next section.